It's time for the final test for the Moto Morini, and I've decided today I'm not going to be nice to it.
2 hours later.
So I've had this Moto Morini X-Cape 650 here for a month or so. We were iced in for about a week there, so maybe 3 weeks or so of testing. Gone camping on it. I did that first ride video. And today we're going to go out on what I would call a typical adventure that I feel like the people that are looking at and buying this motorcycle will most often do. It's going to be about an hour and a half out up into the mountains on some really fun twisties once we get out there. And then I'm going to take the back road around Mary's Peak, which is the tallest peak in Oregon's Coast Range. And it is a really crappy, kind of muddy, destroyed gravel road that doesn't get maintained often. It's still a gravel road, it's still a Forest Service road, but lots of potholes and mud and stuff. And then we'll ride the hour and a half back from the backside of the mountain to here. So, a half a day on and off road, mixed surface adventure, and that's kind of what I feel like this bike is really designed for, what the sweet spot for it is. Those types of beginner adventures that I was saying that are perfect for a CB500X, I feel like this bike is really good for those as well. So we're going to find out today. It's a little heavier than some of the bikes I've done these things on before. I don't love the tires, but I'm going to go out and I'm going to ride it hard today. The nice thing about this bike is it's broken in. There's nothing I can do to it that Brett Tax didn't already do. So I've heard a lot of complaints from other YouTubers about how boring the engine is, and that's true if you ride it kind of normal. But if you flog it, it's actually pretty fun. You just have to know that you really have to get into it, keep the revs high, downshift aggressively, and do all that stuff. So we're going to try that today on some wet mountain roads and some muddy, gravelly roads. So I'm going to suit up, and we're going to hit the road.
Well, it's been about 50 minutes. It should have been 30, but I got stuck in Philomath at some, tree... I don't even know. The traffic was backed up for miles. Anyway, that was the boring part of the ride. We're about to hit the highway twisties, and then we'll turn off and head up Mary's Peak on those interesting twisties, so trying to kind of let some of this slow traffic pass. And again, I'm not Marc Marquez, but I'm going to push this thing as hard as I feel comfortable on these tires in this wet conditions. It really reminds me of my KLR in terms of power delivery. Honestly, you really got to set up and get down to third or fourth gear to pass, but I got up to triple digits, allegedly, officer. She'll get you there. It's just not the fastest accelerating, neck-breaking motorcycle, but we knew that. Well, it's starting to rain a little, I feel like. It's going to be interesting. Yep, the cars are already going hella slow, so there's just no fun to be had on twisties today, I guess. Ah, damn it, there's sand on the road. Okay, we're really not going to push it then. They sanded this last week when it was icy. It's still there. Sucks. Yeah, look at that sand. Not good in the corners. Alright, well, we may not get any more, so let's fast forward to the good part. That was a total bust, but that's okay. We're here now. Bike does not have traction control. So, we might get some wheel slide. We'll see. It doesn't really need it because it's very difficult to spin the tire on purpose. That's why I say it reminds me of my KLR, because same deal. Let's piss rev this thing and see how she does. I will tell you, I don't feel that sort of clattery jankiness that I have felt with other Chinese manufactured motorcycles. Now, that's because this is a Kawasaki engine. If that's a concern of yours, because, you go out and buy a Hawk 250 or something, or even that Raz I had, it was good for what it was, but I wouldn't say it was a refined motorcycle. This thing is far more refined than those other Chinese bikes that I've ridden. So, and it isn't a Chinese bike. I mean, it's made in China, but so is KTM now. It's an Italian-designed motorcycle using a lot of components from Japanese and other manufacturers. It isn't that, but I know people just hear Chinese manufacturing and assume it, and it's not how this bike feels at all. It's not perfect. Don't hear me saying that it's amazing. The shift indicator updates about as quickly as a GPS speedometer. The seat's a little hard, but it's been okay so far. Plastic handguards might as well not exist. At least they're keeping the wind off my hands, I guess. Ride modes, it's almost purely cosmetic because you can put it in off-road mode, but it doesn't change anything about the engine or the power delivery. None of that. It is purely so that you have the option to turn ABS off. Can't turn ABS off in the ride mode, only in the off-road mode, but it's not even automatic. You have to go in and manually do it. So I guess they could have just made it so you can just turn the ABS off in ride mode. Well, I'm still gonna pound it over some stupid bumps and stuff later, so don't worry, we'll get there. What else don't I like about it? It's heavy. The factory crash bars are, at least the uppers are mostly cosmetic. Got this fancy display and no ambient temperature, at least not that I've found yet. Don't like that. Man, the waterfalls are rushing. Take a look at that. It's almost like there's a bunch of snow and crap melting up there. Wow. We're into the clouds now. Like I said, tallest mountain in the Coast Range. See, in the 7,000 range, it's actually, I wouldn't call it quick, but it's not slow. And it's responsive. It's more responsive. And it redlines at 9, so like, you know, you can pussyfoot around with it and ride it nice and slow and easy, and it's easy to manage, and it's a great bike to learn on. But when you get a little bit more confidence and feel like pushing it harder and staying in lower gears and higher RPMs, it's not useless. It's fun. Like, again, I'm not fighting for my life here. It's not a bike that you're gonna be fighting for your life on, but it is fun. All motorcycles are fun, but there's fun to be had here. It's quick enough. I do think it's a hell of an easy motorcycle to learn to ride on. Other than the weight and the seat height, which might be intimidating to people, although it's not bad as adventure bikes go. The power delivery is not intimidating at all. Like I said, you can't even spin if you try. You're gonna have to drop the clutch and work it a little. Hey, yeah! We made it to the turnoff. All right, it's gravel time, baby. Oh, it's a little misty. Okay, I'm gonna switch this to off-road mode and turn off the ABS, and then let's go bounce it off some stupid-ass potholes. Like stupid deep. While I'm doing that, or before I do that, let's just run down the gear I'm wearing. Yes, I completely stole this from Ian, so shout out to Big Rock Moto, follow him if you don't. And it's a blatant ripoff of what he does, but I like it, and it answers a lot of questions I get in the comments, so I see why he does it. Shoei Hornet X2 helmet. This is the Insta360 Ace Pro that I'm testing out on my helmet. Tourmaster Highlander jacket. They sent me this. It's waterproof. I really like it. It's pretty comfortable. These are the MSR. These are battery-powered heated gloves. I'm wearing my MSR Explorer pants. And my Alpine Stars Corazal boots. As always, underneath I have a -33 base layer from Moto Camp Nerd on the top and the bottom. And the Giant Loop zigzag bag is where all the batteries for all my cameras are. Okay, so to get to we go down to ride, hit set, go down to off-road, and you hold down set. Yeah, and that's how you get to where you can switch the ABS off, which we're going to do. It turns red. In case you forget, giant indicator right there. I've been told this is front and rear, not just rear. We're going to test it, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. This road sucks. We're going to get this thing muddy. Let's do it. Also, a campsite I want to check on down here, which I haven't seen if it's clear, because I want to come back and camp in it. Oh, man. Yeah, okay. So this suspension is not squishy, at least not on light things like this. I can feel these bumps, which bodes well for the heavier bumps, I feel like. I like where the bars are, honestly. It encourages me to give just enough bend to keep my knees bent, which is good for shock absorption. I don't think I would want risers on this, although I haven't done enough off-road to tell. All right, big potholes. Oh! These potholes suck, dude. Oh, yeah. Oop. Oh, God, I hit myself in the face with the windshield. This tall windshield's not great for this. I'll give you that. I'm going to have to open my visor and breathe into it. Damn it, that sucks. Ah, yeah, baby. Ugh. Yeah, the rear's slidey, if you want it to be. Let's see about the front. Oh, I'm going to go straight line first. Yeah, front ABS is definitely off. Okay, full ABS off. And again, I feel like this is a typical level of off-road that the person who buys this bike is going to be looking to do. This road gets worse, but just exploring, taking a long highway road, doing some exploring after or before to get to a campground or a trailhead or a neat overlook or something. They're not looking to take it on single track. You're not looking to even do like super difficult abandoned 2-track necessarily, although I would hit some on this. I would do it a little. Yeah! You regretting letting me have this yet? Oh, it's in my eyes. It's in my eyes. What the hell are you doing to yourself? Close your helmet, dude. Oh, I knocked my contact out. Forgot to mention in my gear roundup, my Usui Moto Hydro Hydration Pack with my Giant Loop Tracker Packer and Garmin InReach Mini 2. I'll link all that stuff in the description. Stop talking about it. Okay, so I shut this off with the kill switch as an experiment, and it stayed in off-road mode, but the ABS did not stay off. So I'm going to start it and turn it off again. Now, before you go yelling that this is a con, that it doesn't stay off, I have never ridden a bike that does stay off when you turn the bike off. Do they exist? I feel like it's like illegal. I've been told that, so yeah, it's annoying. It would be neat if you could just switch it to off-road mode and have it be off, but it's a safety thing for people that don't know any better and people that should know better like me. Let's try some sitting down off-roading. Well, once I get to the bottom of this hill. Actually, if I stay seated down, I can keep this up for a while and maybe blow it clean. I doubt it though, that never works. It just gets wetter inside. Yeah, it doesn't have the torque to pop the front up to help you get over those with the front wheel and just slide over on the rear. You're gonna hit it with both. But it hasn't bottomed once. No bottoming so far that I've felt. And a couple of those were pretty deep, and I am an above average weight rider. So the suspension is reasonably stiff. It's also a name brand. It's Marzocchi, which is, they're not as known for motorcycle suspension. It's more of a mountain bike thing. But I've been told that their stuff is pretty good. So that's a name too. It's not just a bunch of no-name components. Okay, let's check out my campsite. So maybe we'll try to go a little slower. Oh, bobcat! That was a bobcat! Holy crap! I've never seen a bobcat in the wild, I don't think. I've seen a cougar. Crazy. That was definitely a bobcat. Too small to be a cougar, and it didn't have a tail. It was really small and not close though, so I bet it's going to be hard to see, but damn, bobcat. Alright, campsite. Yeah, these tires, man. Ugh. Honestly, with decent tires, this thing would be, I would be hesitating a lot less, but they're very slidey. Yeah, I'm not going to try to go through that, right? Definitely don't do it. Shit. What the hell's wrong with me? Somebody's license plate is up here. Oh, it wasn't bad. Not too muddy. Not too soggy. Oh, God, these tires suck. They suck. This is the spot where I hit my 360 camera in the tree. Yeah, these tires are terrible. I gotta get out of here. Oh, man. These are like 80-20 tires on their best day. Like, I don't even trust them to do like a tight turn right here. I really don't. And yet I just went through that mud puddle and now I have to go back through it. I got more faith in my riding ability than I do, there's a barbecue lid, in this bike right now. Yeah, that was Sketchapalooza. That plate is current. Like, somebody didn't know they lost it. Are you getting that on camera? The ass end sliding out? Oh man, every time I apply power. So I guess the one exception to my you can't spin the back tire is when you're on a bunch of wet, decaying fir needles and the tire's full of mud. And then yes, you can. Let's get back to the safety of the gravel. Well, it'll do stuff. It'll do stuff. Worth mentioning that the TPMS is broken on this. It was when I got it, so that's why the light's blinking. Don't worry about me. I see it, and it doesn't mean anything. Okay, I need to put my visor down and hit some of these puddles because they get a lot better after this stretch, as in there's less of them. Yeah, immediately, I can't see. It's the bottom of the visor where I need to see, because that's where the things that are in front of me are. Right? Right. Science, bro. Science, bitch. It's not bottoming. I'm shocked. Log. I'm honestly shocked. It's harsh. I can feel the bumps. But it's not bottoming. So it's a good little machine. I didn't expect to hate it, and I don't. I didn't expect to love it and want one, and I don't. But I could see, thinking about me from a few years ago, this would be a great option for a lot of reasons. And the biggest thing, like, my ultimate caveat about these bikes, about Chinese-made motorcycles, about sort of less known name brands like this, is always reliability. I'm always like, I don't know what the reliability is going to be. Well, they recognize that, and that's why they give you the 3-year unlimited mileage warranty. I know I sound like a commercial, but that's not a thing that exists. And if you're worried about parts, they have a big warehouse in California fully stocked with parts, I guess. That's what they told me. And, you know, dealer support is wherever your closest dealer is, and they're not all over the place, but I got this at Sabatino Moto in Portland, so that would be my closest dealer. Not amazing, but no worse than if I bought a Ducati or an Aprilia Triumph. I'd have to go to Portland. So it's pretty stable and planted. The weight helps with that. Forks are stiff enough to handle most anything you're going to find on a road like this. Even if I had to ride over like a 4-inch log or something, I would totally do it on this. I don't know what the ground clearance is. And what's great is we'll do an hour here on this fun road, and then I'll hit the highway and cruise in comfort. And it is a very comfortable road bike, incredibly comfortable. It's not buzzy, does highway speeds well. Suspension does well on the highway. This is, I think, an aftermarket or an upgraded windscreen, but it keeps the wind off me. I like the riding position. It's just smooth and easy to ride. Brembo brakes, that's the one I was forgetting. And they're good, they're responsive. I'm locking it up with ease when I want to. Ooh, a log to ride over. Let's look out for any pokies. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh, did I just ride that out? Oh! Oh my God, me of 2 years ago would have definitely crashed right there. Yeah, my tires are very inflated, so that was interesting, but I got all that on camera. I don't like that it's steaming right now. Did I hit the radiator? I don't know, I gotta get out of this hole. Okay, well, I take back what I said about confidently riding over logs, because holy shit, that just happened. Well, I got out of the hole. Okay, is it steaming or did I just hit the radiator with water? I better look at it. Whew! I just scared the piss out of myself. How in the hell did I stay on that? Oh my God, that is experience, okay? Like, total side topic, not what we're talking about right now, but many times in the past I've hit something like that and been like, oh, I'm crashing and falling off. And this time I was like, you gotta stay on, and I did, and I didn't crash. Okay, it looks like there's just a bunch of crap on the exhaust. So, I think we're okay. The radiator looks fine. I don't see any fluid. It just looks like there's shit on the exhaust and I'm not noticing it when I'm moving. Okay, well, I said I was going to test it. I did not want to go down underneath this thing. I'm so glad that happened. And I didn't crash. Oh my God. Okay, well, it definitely bounced off that tire at a weird angle, and I think I slowed down instead of goosing it when I hit it. I hesitated because I was trying to go slow, because I don't ever want to hit like a pokey branch pointing straight out and put it through the tire, and that was not the right call. So, good to know. You got to get aggressive or you're not going to get over that stuff. Even then, the bike stayed upright. So if I'd just gone faster, it would have corrected easier. Whew, scared the piss out of myself. Okay, we survived the off-road, but, barely. Let's put it back in road mode. Again, not that it matters, but it's nice to have the display on the other one. Okay, a little bit of, looks like dryer maybe, pavement twisties, and then we'll head back to the highway. So maybe I'll just montage this or get you some good footage of any interesting twisties, and then we'll wrap up when we get to the highway. So, anyway, that was fun. I almost died once, but Had a blast ripping up those twisties. If you're not afraid to keep this thing 6, 7, 8 grand, you know, aggressively downshift, you can have a lot of fun riding this bike. You can. You have to work to get to the fun part, but it's not fun like some reviewers have said. I was doing 60 around 15-mile-an-hour corners back there on a bike. I nearly crashed into the ditch 20 minutes ago, and I survived. So, full review of this bike coming soon. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss that. And also because I want to be your internet riding buddy, and I'm better than your regular riding buddies because I come with a mute button. Please subscribe. Lots more ADV dual sport shenanigans, reviews, gear overviews, stuff like that coming soon. But for now, as always, I just want to say thank you very much for watching, and please do not forget to be excellent to each other. Thank you. I managed to not do the pointing thing. Go me.
Excellent!